Hello everyone, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. McDonald's has had a lot of problems in the recent past, primarily around inflation, but now, due to a bird flu outbreak, McDonald's is having to cut breakfast time. Now, this is happening in Australia, but this is really important because in the last few years, we have seen millions and millions of chickens culled throughout America and other parts of the world due to this bird flu. And now it's affecting big corporations. Not only was it affecting farmers and our pocketbooks, but now it's affecting pocketbooks in a different way. Now check this out. McDonald's in Australia cutting breakfast time by 90 minutes due to an egg shortage amid their outbreak of bird flu or avian flu. It says the decision follows after the highly pathogenic H7 influenza infected 8 farms in Victoria, 2 properties in South Wales, and 1 in the Australian Capital Territory. More than 1 million birds in the 2 states combined have been euthanized as part of the government's response to bird flu known as avian influenza. In a post on social media, McDonald's explained breakfast would end at 10:30 a.m. instead of midday due to its egg supply issues. Remember, McDonald's makes a massive amount of its money from breakfast. They say, like many retailers, we are carefully managing the supply of eggs due to the current industry challenges. This came out of McDonald's Australia, posted on Instagram. Egg supply disruptions. Recently, the federal government warned egg supplies in Australia have been disrupted and consumers should not buy more eggs than required. I got to be honest with you. I believe this is probably a good time to stock up on some powdered eggs, no matter where you are in the world, because even if this does not amount to more than what it is right now, the bird flu, prices are going up around the world, and this is going to have impacts in the short to near, midterm on the price of eggs. And the last thing people need to be doing is worrying about even higher prices. So if you're into the opportunity beforehand, and it's the masses that flow in later. So I'm a firm believer on if you're smart enough to see the writing on the wall, do something to prepare about it, whether it be financially, environmentally, or food-wise. I mean, this is so important to be ahead of the game. Now, it says here the national layer hen flock has been impacted by these outbreaks, which is resulting in some localized disruption to egg supplies to the retail, hospitality, and manufacturing sectors, the government said. They warned consumers would expect to see some empty shelves in the short term, but supply was being redirected. Isn't that interesting that a government's coming out and saying you're going to see empty shelves? Pretty darn interesting. It says here, some retailers have already imposed purchasing limits, which may extend across retail chains and jurisdictions, including rural and regional areas. The government continued. Supermarket giant Coles imposed egg purchase limits on Australian customers in June. Where has this been detected, this bird flu? It says in Victoria, the H7N3 strain was detected at 7 poultry farms in the Golden Plain Shire near Medrith. A case of H7N9 strain avian flu has also been discovered. Meanwhile, the NSW, 2 outbreaks of H7N8, there's so many different strains, it's crazy, was detected at a poultry farm on June 27th. This farm is linked to one of the NSW properties. It says here the first human case of bird flu in Australia was also reported in Victoria in May in a child who acquired H5N1 strain overseas while in India. The current strains of avian influenza in Australia do not appear to transmit easily between humans, the Australian government said. The government also reassured Australians that eggs and chicken meat are still safe to eat if cooked properly. They said they do not pose a risk and are safe to consume. Victoria has a secure supply chain, including the importation of eggs from interstate, so the current outbreak is not significantly affecting supplies, said the Agriculture Department. Look, the fact of the matter is when you see big companies like McDonald's, let's move this in a little bit, being affected to where they have to shorten the amount of time in which they serve breakfast, it is a big deal. And it's one of those things that you need to watch. You don't need to panic about. Why not stock up a little bit? Why not? Why not have an extra carton of eggs? Eggs last forever in the fridge anyway. But powdered eggs, why wouldn't you think just a little bit? Because those powdered eggs can last years and years. Put down in the comments. There are a lot of people that are going to know what type of foods to stock up, because it's not just places like McDonald's that aren't serving you a egg McMuffin sandwich. Eggs go into almost every prepackaged food. it's very abundant. So it raises the cost and the availability for so much more than just fresh chicken meat and eggs. I hope you got something out of this. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, sign up for the free newsletter. It's things that you can't get sometimes on here or other platforms. Hope you have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.